If you weren't tuned into Cage 24, you missed out on a lot. But don't worry, I've got the recap. I've got you covered. There were 6 gaming titles and they were all epic. My name is Slimo and this is the VGA ESPORTS show. We'll start it off fresh with Free Fire. Had the whole of the crowd captivated and it was an epic battle. One that went straight right down to the wire. And when you've got the mobile games really heated up, everybody comes into play and the teams were fired up. VGA ESPORTS put in a strong performance. Outlaw Noobs, I mean, these guys were there to put on a show and they did. But at the end of it all, we had to crown one winner and it went to VGA ESPORTS. I mean, in the last map, what they did was simply exceptional because they're facing some serious hits from Outlaw Noobs. You've got to give your credit to Outlaw Noobs as well. A team coming into it had expectations for themselves and I'm sure they definitely met them. A huge congratulations to all of the teams that participated in the Free Fire tournament. It was an enjoyable one to watch. I'm sure everybody who was watching definitely took something away from it. Now on to Street Fighter, one of the fighting games that always never disappoint. And it didn't. With K24, we had the best of the best in Africa. When I say the best of the best, I mean that coming in was Chooks, Red Bull champion, former Red Bull champion in Street Fighter. You'd expect that he would just go and dominate. But that was not the case. We were watching closely and some things were just happening and it was shocking. He was in the loser bracket. KID kicked him to the loser bracket. He made his way back to the final and guess who he faced? KID, a winner where Chooks had to beat him in a row. He had to beat him consecutively to be crowned champion. And you know Chooks, of course. When this guy starts going, nobody can stop him. Beat him like 4 times in a row, had the whole arena just shouting his name. And when he ended it all, Chooks took home the trophy once again. He's called the best in Africa for one reason, and he proved there at Cage 24 as well. I think it was massive for Chooks to do that. So the Street Fighter and Free Fire tournament definitely living up to the hype.
Collect. And we have our champion.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is all she wrote. A perfect set ended in perfection. And Chooks with the Akuma look on his face. Oh my goodness, give us the back stance, please, if you will.
When we speak of entertainment at its highest level, we've got to put gaming in that bracket. Whether it's streamers, tournaments, they always find a way to entertain. And this was the case as well at Cage 24. For the Call of Duty mobile tournament, I'm telling you, premium entertainment. And it almost felt like they saved the best for last. It was the last event of the day and it was epic. Coming in were champions of Nigeria, a team that represented Nigeria at Kenya for the Carifest tournament. They were coming in with a lot of heat. Sierra 7. All eyes were on them and they did not disappoint. All of the teams that participated, I think they really put up strong performances. At the end of the day, Sierra 7 just showing everybody how dominant they are and how good they are. It was back-to-back victories for them. They were able to take the crown at K24 as well.
See, Virus done 33 kills, Lion as well. What if Virus get 23? Them proving they deserve.
And now on to the Just Dance tournament. Everybody was smiling throughout this tournament from start to finish because at first I thought most of the participants were going to be girls because of course they like dancing. But the number of guys that registered, I'm sure you see from some of the videos, so excited. They were competing strongly till the finals. It was so great to watch. I mean, it was my favorite part because it was so entertaining. A huge shout out to K24 for actually making this one come to pass. I think Just Dance and the Naruto tournament was so enjoyable to watch. A huge shout out to them. And now, Mortal Kombat. Mortal Kombat, which of course had some interesting because we had a Ghanaian representative, Baby Fox, one of the best in Africa, represented, but it just wasn't his day because there was fierce competition. General Zod in there, you know it's not going to be easy at all. Baby Fox finding himself in loser bracket action early, you knew it was going to be trouble and he was eliminated, but he came in third actually. By the end of it all, General Zod picking up one strong victory because in that final it wasn't an easy game at all. It was back and forth till the last final matchup where General Zod, of course, clutching up, picking up the win for Mortal Kombat action at Cage 2024.
Yeah. Can he take it back? And it did not matter. And we have our champion, Give it up for DT General Zod.
Zod, our champion. I mean, we all saw this coming, didn't we?
K24 has definitely left a mark on everybody who witnessed the greatness, and it has certainly left a mark on me as well. With the EAFC 25 tournament, it was everything as packaged to be and even more. I enjoyed it so much. Let's get into the breakdown. Now, going in, it was over 20 players from all over Africa representing, and it was so good to watch because for a very long time, usually in African tournaments we play in kickoff mode, but they made sure we're playing an ultimate team game mode, and you saw the quality, you saw the difference with how some of these guys were playing. It was top tier level, top tier action throughout. Let's go into that semi-final. Going to the semi-final, we had Farouk Manzo in one corner, who throughout the tournament had just lost one game. In another corner, there was Killer Freak, who hadn't dropped a single game, unbeaten. So for Adefola as well, EMPFL champion, one of the favorites also going in, hadn't dropped a single game. And then the surprise candidate of them all, Gift. Everybody was looking at this guy saying, how are you doing this? He was beating almost everybody that came his way. Actually beat Farouk in the group stages, and you knew semi-finals was going to be epic. First up, it came Killer Freak versus Gift, and you knew this one was going to be good. Back and forth action, Killer Freak taking the win, 4-2. It was so fierce. Everybody was entertained. Now to the big semi-final game. Farouk Manzo, Adefola, repeat of the EMPFL semi-final, and you knew Farouk had one thing on his mind: revenge. But it didn't go as smoothly as you'd think, because Adefola gave him one hell of a fight. And speaking to a lot of people in the arena, people felt like Adefola should have gotten the victory, and I know why you feel like that, because he missed so many chances, and that's just not like him. But that's how the game is in AFC 25. You don't take your chances, you will be punished. And speaking of taking chances, Farouk left it at the dying minutes, literally the last chance of the game. Final Trivella, and boom.
But it seems like he was unable to take it. Farouk Manzo will have one last throw at the goal! What a way to sign it off! In the best possible fashion, Farouk Manzo with the last kick of the game. Wow! He's left everybody speechless.
Winning that game to book a spot in the grand finale. I spoke with a few of the players and the fans around. People had a feeling like Adefola should have gone to the final because he had the majority of the chances. But this is what makes the esport beautiful. If you miss your chances, you are seriously punished. I'm sure Adefola felt the heat from that one. Commiserations to him as well. He put in one hell of a performance. Now on to the big one, the one everybody was watching. Farouk Manzo, who had performed in the African pro ladder scene and keeps breaking barriers and making huge strides within the scene. And on the other corner, untouched, undisputed, no one could even go close to him. He didn't even draw a single game into the final, was Killer Freak. Two friends who knew each other so well, and you knew the final was going to be good. And it started with a bang, because Killer Freak, it took him literally no time to break the deadlock. Started scoring, and it kind of felt like he wouldn't stop. Finishing the final, winning by 5-1, dominating on all cylinders. And that was it for AFC 25. What a performance Killer Freak put out, and I'm sure it will go down as one of his best tournaments so far within his esports career. We can't wait to see more from the EAFC community, but I certainly did enjoy myself, and I hope you watching at home also did too.